Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Just gotta wait for it to boot up here, connect and all that. Testing, testing. Alright, it's good. Alright, so here we are back in Pesterquest. I'm right on time for this one. Last one I must have missed the memo that it was available, so it took me a little bit to get into it. But today, I'm right on top of it. So it looks like we've got Karkat Vantas and Kanaya Maryam. Maryam, is that that's how you pronounce it? Been a while since I've actually read the canon, but anyway, I am going to use the auto speaker function thing to save my voice and make it a little more palatable to those with visual handicaps and whatnot, I guess. But anyway, let's get into it. Karkat. I believe the key is V.
Self-voicing enabled. Confident that your new friends are safely sleeping off a rowdy night full of snacks, video games, and taxidermy, you turn your thoughts to dreams. Jade's dreams. That fascinating, shining place that feels familiar the way a dream does. Perspe feels like the place you should be right now. You've got a brand new Zap sense, and it hasn't failed you so far. It's allowed you to befriend several emotionally volatile teens in precarious home situations. These powers won't let you down. So you zap to the dream world. Turns out you can fly here. Rad. You drift around for a little bit, admiring the glittering towers, waving lazily to all the various dream NPCs, until you come upon a dome with an open window. Inside, a troll boy with nubby horns and a silly outfit lies curled up in his dream bed, sleeping soundly. Aw! He looks so peaceful. You imagine this is a very peaceful troll boy.
He is not.
Perhaps it should strike you as strange that you immediately know what this alien's race is, but nah. You don't have time for that.
Well, you're already, is this before or after Friends? Whatever.
Abruptly, the boy vanishes. Oh shit. You follow him without hesitation. Zap. Luckily your powers seem oriented to specific people, rather than places. You figure it's because this is a character-driven narrative.
Never mind that. Stupid phones.
You find yourself in a dim respite block. There's a bookshelf and a desk and clothes hung up on pegs on the wall. But instead of a bed there is a small tub of green goo. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, what? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, the fuck?
I wish they wouldn't actually just say the whole name every time.
A gravelly voice tinged with mania crashes over you in a furious wave. You reel back from the onslaught. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, every evening I wake up to another glorious night of the universe applying its globes directly to my face in the most hilarious and juvenile way possible. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I'm used to this, okay. I'm not saying this is anything new. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, but this is just next fucking level. Your eyes finally adjust enough to see the same troll boy from the dream world. He appears to have fallen asleep at his husk top. Some crumbs are stuck to his face where it had been pressed to the desk. He's got a zodiac symbol on his shirt. Whichever one is a sideways 69. Hat. Nice. And man, he is angry. Like, way angrier than a normal person. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I stay in this crumbling excuse of a hive, rigged this place with early warning systems, and what's my reward? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, a deformed blue blood teleporting into my respite block like a fucking. You zap out of there because, damn, you don't know what kind of early warning system he has, but whatever predators it's meant to keep away, all he'd have to do is shout at them. You appear on a nearby hill about 100 yards away from the hive. From the outside it's large and leaning with square windows and an unnecessary number of balconies. Although who are you to say what's necessary? Maybe this dude really likes balconies. He could probably use the fresh air. A couple of similarly large and lopsided hives scatter the skyline. Hives. You aren't sure how you know they're called that, but it feels right. Maybe because of the organic, insectal architecture, like they were grown instead of built. You clearly aren't on Earth anymore. The sky is black and the bushes are purple, and there are 2 moons. Neither of them is your gold moon, though. You think maybe you should be freaked out by this strange alien land, but nah. You're a seasoned friend venturer by now. Besides, you like it here. It's comfortable. This is a pretty good hill. You sit for a while, thinking about this hill and this universe and your place is it, until the sun starts to crest over the distant horizon. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, hey. Idiot.
Yeah, the sun is, like, dangerous on this planet, so...
The troll boy is leaning out of his front door. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, you're sitting on the ground waiting for sunrise. So you're either a jade blood or a moron. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, and I know the only jade blood who lives outside the caverns and she's a lot better looking than you.
Snap.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, so what the hell? Who are you? You're not a troll. There's a substantial gap of grassy hill between the two of you, but you can hear him just fine. He has a talent for projection. You stand up and brush the dirt off your ass. He seems a bit less angry now.
What? Yeah, I'm using the self-voicing, so I don't have to read all of it aloud.
Say.
Yep.
Zap right over, no point in wasting daylight. Or moonlight, whatever. So you just zap on over there. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, holy fuck. A flash of gray and the gleam of metal. Bright, shocking pain opens up in the middle of you. The boy stares, eyes round, yellow, and shocked. Your laugh comes out wet. Why are you laughing? You don't know what else to do. You press a hand to the wound in your stomach, trying to hold the blood in with sheer willpower. You tell him you were just trying to save a little time. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, what? The boy stares down at the weapon in his hand, a viciously hooked blade that he'd pulled seemingly out of nowhere. A scythe? No, a sickle. Is this kid a communist? Did communists actually use sickles, or were they just sickle themed? There's so many communist facts that you don't know.
I think it all comes down to trying to be about the Communist Party for the people and the workers and whatever, so that's why it's the sickle and the hammer and all that.
The boy continues to stare at his sickle. Then he stares at your fingers. He looks back and forth, his sickle, your fingers. His sickle, your fingers. Or more accurately, the blood on his sickle and your fingers. He's gaping at the crimson splashes like he's never seen blood before. His mouth moves, but no sound comes out. He hunches over himself like he is the one who has been gutted.
Yeah, he's looking at the blood color right now, because red is a mutant color here. I think, I'm trying to remember who the red-blooded ones in Friendson were. I think that was, Fazer and, what the hell's their name? The one who was all about cleaning. I like the character too, I just can't remember her name. But anyway.
You aren't sure what he does after that, because suddenly you're on your back and all you can see is the sky.
Game over? Okay. There's a
Image
anticlimactic one.
Load. Loads. Take your sweet time. You walk leisurely down the hill. The heat from the rising sun washes over your back, and you speed up. That sun is bad news, you just know it. You start down the hill. Light bleeds further across the horizon, and your pace gets a little less leisurely. The troll boy crosses his arms. His shoulders are rounded in a slouch, like he spends a lot of time making himself smaller. His black painted claws are bitten down. You wave a little awkward hello. He rolls his eyes and grabs you by the arm, grip surprisingly strong. He tugs you underneath the shadowed overhang of a balcony. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, okay, asshole. What were you doing watching me in my dream like some hornless cast posing pervert? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I can't even retreat into unconsciousness anymore, is that it? I won't even slide into the nascent relief of death without an alien stalking me.
Since it's all caps, it thinks that IT or it is a acronym. That's funny. It's kind of neat how the typing quirks or whatever mess with the auto voicing thing.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, did one of my friends put you up to this? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, was it Solux?
Well, technically, Solux is big into IT, so that's kind of a yes.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, everybody's favorite pastime make Karkat's life even more of a constant, effervescent shit show. You tell him Karkat that it's not like that. You don't know anybody named Solux, and you didn't mean to be creepy. You just found him, liked how he looked, and decided to follow him home. Karkat's thick eyebrows creep upward.
Yep, that's how it works.
Okay. You know how that sounds. But you really didn't do it to be weird. You did it, for friendship. You crave it. Like a mineral.
Crave it like a mineral? What?
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, wow, very normal, MR magic.
MR magic? Mr. Magic?
Oh, but you are magic. Okay, maybe not you specifically, you don't want to brag. But you can do some pretty magic stuff. Karkat looks incredibly dubious, even more so than Rose had, who you might have described as politely incredulous. You consider explaining to him all that wild stuff that Jade told you about games and destiny and such things, but you really can't imagine what any of that has to do with this grumpy alien boy. What are the chances? You tell him you can prove it. You can bring him to visit one of his friends. You are so awesome at bringing friends together. You could visit, Solux, was it? Karkat makes a noise like a tea kettle being punched. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, hell no.
Oh, I was expecting it to pronounce the no as like number or something.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, that nookbiter would self-immolate if I interrupted his coding. You wonder if that's a euphemism. Maybe Karkat just likes scare quotes. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I don't have the energy to grubs at his freaky, deformed bulges today. Okay, then where does he want to go? Does he have any more friends?
Scare quotes, friends.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I wouldn't call him a friend exactly. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, more like an endless burden I've been cursed with by the slithering, eldritch gods of the outer reaches.
I am going to go on a limb and bet that he is talking about, what the hell's his name? The Purple Blood. He's Moirael. Oh, I'm blanking on his name. Shoot. I know who I'm thinking about though, the Juggalo.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, if I didn't occasionally check up on him he'd space out so far he'd hit hard vacuum. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, how do we do this? You're actually not quite sure. But you don't want to backpedal and suggest to this cool, angry troll boy that you don't know what you're doing. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, do I just? His hand kind of hovers near yours. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, hold on? You could hold hands, but you don't want to be too forward. You could also just hold him under the armpits. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, you think holding me under the armpits is less weird than holding frond stumps? Yeah. Sort of. Karkat puts an awkward hand on your elbow. Then he frowns, and pushes up your sleeve, laying 3 fingers against your bare arm. You good, dude? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, yeah. Sorry. You're just kind of warm. Thank you. You tell Karkat that he is very warm too. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, let's just get this over with. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, try to aim for just outside his hive. His lusus isn't around, and he's usually too stoned to even notice if the roof came down. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, but I don't want to startle him.
Gamzee, that's the name of the guy. Well, I can have the last name though, but it's Gamzee something. Wonder if they are actually going to have him drinking a bunch of Faygo soda or whatever. Not sure if there's a copyright or trademark infringement there or whatnot.
Cool. Here goes. You zap somewhere pitch black, and immediately blunder right into Karkat. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, oh my god. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, could you keep IT together for a single fucking glance nugget? You aren't in Karkat's hive anymore. You appear to be in the void. Cool. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, the what? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, let go of me. You tell Karkat that he is actually the one still holding onto you. He makes an angry noise through his nostrils and releases you from his clammy grasp. He moves away from you, and collides with what sounds like about 17 mops all banging into each other and clattering to the ground. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, god fucking. Something smashes. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, slurry guzzling. A shower of little noises like marbles over hardwood. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, what even is that?
It probably is just like 17 mops and marbles on hardwood and all that.
A light finally pops on above you. You appear to be in an alien broom closet with like, alien cleaning supplies, you guess? One of the bottles just has Clen written on it in permanent marker. You ask Karkat if he meant to transport the two of you into a closet. A bucket rattles as he kicks it. He yelps and jumps backward onto your foot. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, what the fuck? Makara, you bottom-feeding asshole.
That might be funny because buckets have like a reproductive use in their society, so it was a running joke for a while that, you know, whenever a character would mention a bucket, they'd get all flustered. So, not sure if they're actually going to be going with that in this. I know, like the cleaning red blood. Oh, what the hell's her name? Too many weird alien names to remember, but I know she had like a cleaning bucket or whatever, and no one really seemed to mention much about that. I think they did technically cover it, but I'm not sure.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, your personal habits are almost as disgusting as your pen-rotting purple words. Why is your paling equipment mixed in with your scrub poles?
Yep, there we go. Paling.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, did you figure nobody would notice? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, surprise, look sucker, I noticed. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, what in the hell? Karkat breaks off, and after a moment you realize why. Heavy footsteps shuffle closer. Someone has heard the absolute rumpus tantrum that Karkat's kicking up. Trolling, terminally capricious, oh hey hold up my brother. Trolling, terminally capricious, I'm hearing something in the scrub cubby. Trolling, terminally capricious, some squeak beast what's all got itself trapped. The door opens a crack. Karkat grabs your arm again. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, oh fuck. A shadow looms on the wall, wild hair and tall horns. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, oh fuck me. Karkat squeezes your arm so hard it hurts. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, oh fuck oh fuck oh fuck oh fuck oh fuck. The door opens a little wider, and you feel wetness on your arm where Karkat's claws have drawn blood. The door creaks, and you panic. You both crash down to the floor together in Karkat's respite block. Karkat's little horns jab you in the side. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, what the fuck was that for? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, why did you do that? Because Karkat was freaking the fuck out and you were worried the two of you were in danger? And there was some menacing asshole saying creepy stuff outside the closet door? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, that is a complete mischaracterization of the scenario and I'm totally disgusted you'd even bring IT up.
Yeah, I'd be disgusted if someone brought IT up to you.
It's not a mischaracterization. He was totally losing it. Look, he was clinging onto you so hard he even drew blood. You show him your clawed up arm.
And he sees the blood.
Karkat's reaction is immediate and overblown, which you are beginning to gather isn't out of character for him. He starts vigorously examining himself, he appears to be checking for injuries. No, you insist, he's not the one bleeding. You are. He's so covered up in jeans and sweater that you have no idea how he'd even get cut in the first place. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, wait, this is your blood? Yeah. What's the big deal? Besides the fact that he totally just scratched the shit out of you. You're willing to let it slide, though. For friendship reasons. You figure this might just be the way he greets people? It's honestly kind of fucked up. Maybe you should just leave? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, wait, what? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, now you're just going to zap the fuck out of here like nothing happened? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, you can't go out there. IT isn't safe. Not for people like.
IT is not safe. Seriously, the professional kill ya. So much high stress and low activity. You'll have a heart attack by the time you're 40.
Karkat pulls himself warily to his feet. He's still looking at you like you're a bomb that might go off if he steps wrong. Slowly, he extends his own palm, and drags a claw across it. Crimson blood beads up and drips to the floor. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, IT isn't safe for people like us.
That one caught me by surprise. IT isn't safe for anyone, but especially people like us.
Clearly something is happening here, and it's probably a really deep and affecting moment, but you're just not sure what you're supposed to do. You bleed, he bleeds, both of you bleed. Sweet. Blood friends. You can fuck with that. Trolling,
Okay.
carcinogeneticist, how did you get a cerulean's hoodie? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, did you bag yourself a high blood moiral? Now that you have established that the two of you do indeed both have blood, Karkat appears to have warmed up to you a lot. He even offers you something called grub juice, which you're pretty sure is just coke. Except not as sweet. It's almost a little salty. You take tiny polite sips and then pour it into a dead plant as soon as Karkat turns his back. You tell him that you aren't actually sure where you got the sweatshirt. You were just wearing it when you Woke up? You don't even remember where that was. You just know you were standing in front of John's house, and you were wearing this hoodie, and you knew it was important, but not why it's important. Possibly because it keeps you from being naked. You didn't realize it belonged to a cerulean, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, that's right, he's got amnesia.
Karkat is looking at you like you aren't making much sense, which is fair, because you really aren't making much sense. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, so you're a mutant blood alien with amnesia. That can also teleport. Yep. Oh, and you can time travel too. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, don't push IT.
Don't you dare push the IT team.
Karkat sits down at his desk and hits the spacebar on his keyboard. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, we could probably figure out whose caste sign that is. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, well, not US specifically, unless you've got some incredibly unlikely and well-honed husk top skills. You've got no husk top skills, honed or otherwise. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, here, just give me a second. Don't break any of my shit. You take a glance around the room, keeping your arms behind your back so as to make absolutely sure you don't break any of his shit. His room is surprisingly tidy for someone as scattered as Karkat, mostly just weapons and movie posters. It all has the air of someone who doesn't plan to live in a place for very long. It feels temporary. Karkat is typing furiously with his mouth pulled into a little frown. That's his default, it appears. Every so often, though, he'll throw glances at the cuts on your arm. He really is hung up on your blood. Trolling, Twin Armageddons, CG, good news, Captor. Tonight is your lucky night. CG, finally, you get a chance to put your money where your dribbling snaggled-toothed flap is. CG, I need you to do something for me.
Captor is Solix's last name, I believe.
Ta, KKIIFTHII2II more whining about the team leader 2 don't want to hear it. Ta, UJU2T don't have the quality 2 NECE22ARY for THI22ORT of 2 scenario.
Yeah, this is barely readable, like normally. Alright, let's see here. KK, if this is more whining about the team leader, I don't want to hear it. You just don't have the qualities necessary for this sort of scenario.
Ta, and IIF your JU2T here 22TART20ME2ORT of 2LAP Fiat for Ry Eigler 2 then you 2HOULD probably go fuck YOUR2ELF. Ta, BECAU2E I've got actual work to need to do to it.
TA, and if you're just here to start some sort of slap fight for Wrigglers, then you should probably go fuck yourself, because I've got actual work that needs to do tonight, that I need to do tonight.
CG, ha 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 oh my god. Who gives a fuck about a game Aradia dug out of a hole in the ground? CG, and what actual work? Like I even believe that for a second. CG, you mean the actual work of touching yourself while sobbing into your recuperacon? Ta, ye2 he hilario 2 but can we 2KIIP the foreplay for JU2T1 time in our LIIVE2? Ta, all THAT2 going to happen II2U2 IEing 2 omething you regret and then typing over whether or not we're 2 TIIL Fryan 2. CG, okay first of all fuck you.
Alright, let me translate this here. TA. Yes, hilarious, but can we skip the foreplay for just one time in our lives? All that's going to happen is you saying something you regret and then cry type. Oh, cry typing, there we go. Cry typing over whether or not we are still friends.
CG, I don't have time for any of your pathetic burns dunking me into a carton of weak sauce. CG, there's actual real, serious shit going down. Ta. Well now that we've WA2TED like 2 minute 2 telling each other how BU2 why we are. Ta, What the fuck do you want?
Well, now that we've wasted like 2 minutes telling each other how busy we are, and I think you get the last line.
CG, I need you to check something in the Imperial database for me. CG, cast records. CG, and I want you to do IT without asking me why I need IT. CG, deal. Ta, Wyatt what the fuck KK. Ta, absolutely no deal you didn't even try to make a deal you ju2t told me to do to me thing incredibly illegal and dangerous too. Ta, why do you need ca2te record to you thing ance2tor2rbull2hiit?
Okay, wait, what the fuck, KK? Absolutely no deal. You didn't even try to make a deal. You just told me to do something incredibly illegal and dangerous. Why do you need cast records? You think ancestors are bullshit.
CG, ancestors are bullshit. CG, fake night dream nonsense for kids who hate themselves and want to experience a connection to something better than they are. CG, face the facts, bulgeweeds. There is no way any of us are descended from anybody that matters.
Damn.
Ta, then why the hell do you want me to ri2k getting culled for record 2 iifiit to a bunch of bull2hiit that doe2nt matter? Ta, to ma I'd have a death we I2h but I am not to oishiatal.
Then why the hell do you want me to risk getting called for records if it's a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter? I might have a death wish, but I'm not suicidal.
Ta, so either tell me what crawled up your nook and lay it eggs in there or let me get back to work. CG, okay. Fine. I'm only telling you this because we're friends and I trust you. CG, there's this person in my hive. Ta, PER2ON.
Person, he said person.
CG, yeah. They aren't a troll. But they aren't a drone either. I figure they're an alien. CG, but they've got a cerulean sign and we're trying to figure out where IT came from. Ta, Wyatt they aren't a troll but they're a cerulean. Ta, 2ORRYKKI I am trying to wrap my pen around THII2 but I am pretty too URE you're fucking with me. CG, oh my god. CG, could you just run this?
Sorry, KK, I'm trying to wrap my pen around this, but I'm pretty sure you're fucking with me. There we go.
Ta, give me a second. Ta, okay nobody too had this 2IIGN or CA210 aim in a while. Ta, ask your new Alia and Fry and IIF they know the name Autoloaf.
Name? Give me a second. Okay, nobody's had this sign or cast name in a while. Ask your new alien friend if they know the name. Adolov, I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, hey, do you know? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, oh what the fuck.
What was the name of that character?
You step back from where you've been reading over Karkat's shoulder. You couldn't resist, he was just getting so heated and mad, banging on the keyboard and making weird little growly noises. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, you think you can just... Karkat goes absolutely silent. He's rigid, if he'd been a cat his hair would be standing straight up. You ask him what's wrong, and he shushes you so loudly you almost fall over from shock. You strain, and in the distance you think you hear a strange, staticky whirring.
Oh no, it's the drones.
Suddenly Karkat explodes into motion, grabbing your arm and pulling you out of his respite block and down the stairs. In the living room, he tugs a thick black blanket from off the back of the couch and pulls up the rug in the center of the room. Beneath it is a trapdoor. What the hell is? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, be quiet. His movements are quick and panicky, but also methodical. His jaw is set and his eyes are hard as he unbolts the trapdoor, gives it a hard yank to loosen it, and props it open. Beneath it is a rectangular pit in the foundations of the house, the size and shape of a shallow grave. This isn't the first time he's done this. You doubt it's even the 10th. So far Karkat has struck you as a little bit ridiculous. But now there's something fierce burning in him, something angry and distilled. The sound comes again, closer this time, and you see a hulking shadow out the window, huge and menacing and armored. Karkat yanks you down into the pit with him, and wraps the two of you in the blanket. Then he closes the trapdoor and you are plunged into a darkness so absolute it's like you've stopped existing. What the hell is going on? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, a drone. Karkat's face is squished against your shoulder, the fear in his voice shudders you to your bones. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, it's just a routine check. We should be fine down here, my Lucis dug this. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, IT hides the temperature.
IT.
The temperature? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, of me.
So, blocking thermal scans.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, of US. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, of our mutation. You don't understand, but that doesn't stop you from being afraid. Impossibly heavy footsteps land on the floor above you. Karkat trembles. God, you have to do something. Save, close, you don't, wait, trolling, carcinogeneticist, we'll be fine. Karkat mutters it to himself again and again. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, this always works, there's no reason to. A rusty, grating screech as the trapdoor is wrenched off its hinges. Light powers in. Two giant metal hands reach into the hole and pluck the both of you out. Karkat wriggles and bites like a cat trying to get free. You don't have the chance. The drone tosses you bodily out of the way. Your head hits the wall, and everything goes a little strange and streaky after that. When you come back to yourself, you're outside in the blazing morning heat with Karkat crouched over you. Did the two of you escape? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, yeah. His voice is hollow. There is crimson blood smeared on his sweater and up to his chin, and you realize it must have come from the reopened cuts on your arm. Karkat must have carried you out of the hive. The hive. Behind you, Karkat's house is in flames. The heat of the fire combines with the heat of the sun, until it feels like the two of you are standing on the edge of hell. Oh my god. Did the drone do that? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, no. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, my Lucis did. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I told you, I have early warning systems. He gave me a chance to get out before triggering IT. Is he okay? Karkat gives you a look of utter disgust. He gestures toward the burning hive. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I very much fucking doubt IT. Okay. But the drone is dead, right? So he's safe. Karkat releases a creaky wheezing sound that it takes you a second to realize is a laugh. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, God, you really are an alien. Where are you even from? IT sounds so relaxing. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, that isn't the only drone, you freak of nature. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, it's seen my sign, it's heard my voice. I'm on record as Cull on site. There is absolutely nowhere for me to go. Shit. Okay. Well, what about his friends? You really don't think Karkat is in any sort of state to make decisions, so you make an executive one for both of you. Also, it's hot as shit out here, and your delicate skin is already starting to burn. What had that friend's name been? Solux. You take Karkat's hand, because the two of you are beyond holding each other under the armpits at this point. You appear in a residential street in a city, and for a second you think you must have traveled in time as well, since it's night again suddenly. But then you look up and see the strange purple/blue glimmer in the sky. It's still day, but there's some sort of atmospheric shield between the killer sun and the city. You wonder why there isn't one over where Karkat lives? Maybe it's too far out in the sticks.
So I think this is one of the backdrops from Friend Sim. So I think Friend Sim happens like back in time? Or forward in time, I forget which. Oh yeah.
Karkat yanks his hand out of yours. He is still holding the blanket he'd wrapped the two of you in, staring around in nervous little ticks. He looks even more scared than he had back in his bedroom. Clearly, he doesn't get out much. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, fuck. A low chime rings out through the empty street. Karkat pulls his palm husk out of his pocket and looks at it like he can't remember what it is. Like everything normal has been wiped away and all that remains is the frozen horror in his eyes. Trolling, twin Armageddons, ta, KK what the fuck. Ta, 2 just 2AW your name come up on the FEED2. Ta, what diet you do you fucking idiot. Ta, you're going to be a THRE2 Kyotianer you can't just 2 TART2 howing up on Col LII2T2.
Okay, let me try to translate this. KK, what the fuck? I just saw your name come up on the feeds. What did you do, you fucking idiot? You're going to be a thread secutioner. You're going to be a thread secutioner. You can't just start showing up on call lists. Okay.
CG, I didn't do anything. CG, so Luxi. CG, there's some stuff about me you don't know. Ta, KK what the hell? CG, okay, well, first of all I'm right outside your hive stem. Ta, what? Ta, what are you talking about? Ta, IISTHII2 the mutant 2STUFF who GIVE2 a 2HIIT about that.
Alright, let me get that last line. Is this the mutant stuff? Who gives a shit about that? He thinks he's doing like weird mutant stuff because he's got like mutant blood, I guess.
Ta, TZKNOW222HE2AY22HE can TA2TER blood COLOR2 through the 2 screen which IIS all KIIND2 of freaky. CG, how does that even work? CG, the screens aren't scratch and sniff. How the fuck?
Okay, nose to TZ knows to. She says she can taste your blood color through the screens, which is all kinds of freaky. Okay, TZ is another character, Terezi. I'm blanking on her last name, blanking on her screen name too. And yeah, she sees different. I don't want to really spoil anything for you, but yeah, let's just go with that.
CG, IT doesn't matter. Wow. I actually do not give a crap about any of Terezi's cackling bullshit right now. CG, everything is fucked forever. As if in agreement, a familiar crackling whir starts up somewhere close by. You and Karkat look at each other in almost comedic distress.
That is some pretty comedic distress right there.
CG, I have to go. Ta, JU2T come up here okay well figure THII22HIIT out. CG, no. Absolutely fucking not, oh my god. CG, you utter imbecile, you think your little pan sparks could do anything against a calling drone? CG, I know you have a death wish, but I'm not going to assist you in a hysterical shitfit suicide. Ta, you don't know anything about me or my death we I2HKK. Ta, come UP2TAIIR2. CG, no.
He says, you don't know anything about me or my death wish, KK, come upstairs.
Ta, don't make me tell you how much to hate you.
How much I hate you. See, what his thing is he puts a bunch of 2's in for S's, and like anytime there's an I, he has like 2 I's. It's kind of like his whole thing is like doubling stuff up.
Karkat throws his palm husk at the pavement, shattering the screen. Tears drip off his jaw in blurry streaks of red. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, get me out of here. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, and don't you dare ask me what's wrong. You don't. You get him out of there. 2. All over. Locale to locale. You take a grand tour of Alternia. A place you shouldn't know the name of, but you do.
This is from the very first one where he's going through the sewers trying to find that one guy, and you end up at the meat plant.
And everywhere you go, you hear that telltale grating whir. Karkat was right. Wherever he goes, the drones follow. After a certain point, it just becomes routine. You teleport to a random location and the two of you just sort of loaf around until you hear the sound in the distance. By the time the sun starts to set, you are both exhausted and must have zapped all over the planet. You find yourself back on the grassy fields, most likely somewhere near Karkat's demolished hive. Smoke hangs fetid in the evening air. Karkat's eyes are dull, his hair a tangled mass of curls so thick they look like twisted wire. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I figured out why the fucking thing didn't work. What thing? He shakes the blanket, which he's been holding onto all day, the last remnant of what is most likely by now just a smoking wreck. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, with 2 mutants in there, we were too warm. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, years of perfecting my hiding like an oink beast from the slaughter technique, and it's all decimated by some clueless asshole in a hoodie. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, just Karkat out here having a normal one. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, getting fucked up the waist chewed by the inexorable march of fate and the universe. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I meet someone with the same disgusting deformity as me, and they immediately ruin my life. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, this is why I don't let people into my hive. Karkat. There is so much hatred wrapped up in his voice, in his words, and you don't think it's hatred for you. You ask him what you can do. You want to fix this. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I think you've done enough. Karkat bundles himself up in the blanket, even though it isn't cold. He turns away.
Damn, that was pretty long for a bad ending.
Image go. Wait. You
Let
flee.
us try to flee.
So you're a pretty tolerant kind of dude. You're generally down for whatever. But lying in a shallow grave while a troll boy digs his nubby little horns into your ribs and a mechanical monster stomps around upstairs, that's kind of a lot, even for you. So you do really the only thing a responsible friend can. You get your friend the fuck out of Dodge. Ectobiologist, it was really cool of Jade to have us all over. Ectobiologist, it felt like a birthday present, kind of,
him right here.
Especially since all of my other presents got lost in the mail. Ectobiologist, actually the only one that didn't get lost was a little monsters poser my dad got me.
I think that's supposed to be a Little Monsters poster.
Ectobiologist, he gave it to me a week early, almost like he knew that something weird was going to happen to the rest of my gifts. Turntech Godhead, sure yeah I'm happy for you dude. Turntech Godhead, cool that your dad got your unbelievably crappy shit to you before it got thrown in the literal garbage where frankly it belongs. Turntech Godhead, but why are you wasting any part of our valuable word count babbling about your fucking little monster poster? Turntech Godhead, who actually cares? Ectobiologist, I don't know, I just figured some people might want to know about it. Turntech Godhead, whack. Turntech Godhead, oh hey. Dave and John are propped up on the futon, gaming the way only brothers can game. i.e. with several bags of chips and a mostly empty 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew on the couch between them. Turntech Godhead, yeah dog saving room for Jesus and snacks. Ectobiologist, oh hey Mr. Mailman. You wave hello and try to catch your breath. You're a little unbalanced from the brutal shift between being buried alive to a chill Texas day with just a couple guys being dudes. Wait, how did they even get back from Jade's? Turntech Godhead, oh right yeah turns out her dog can teleport. Turntech Godhead, wild right who knew? Ectobiologist, I don't think Beck can time travel, though.
That makes sense.
Ectobiologist, so don't worry, you aren't going to be out of a job or anything. Ectobiologist, and I'm probably going to ask you to zap me back to my place before my dad realizes I've been gone this long. Ectobiologist, I don't think he'd call the cops on you, but I just want to be on the safe side. Turntech Godhead, BTW who the fuck is that? Turntech Godhead, and is he like? Turntech Godhead, okay. Oh yeah. Karkat. He's currently curled up on the ground with the blanket still wrapped around him. He's breathing very heavily and sort of clutching at the carpet. You lean down to make sure he's cool, while telling Dave and John that he's an alien from another planet. You figured you'd bring him here, since shit got a little too hot back in alien land.
So basically this is kind of playing out like a, almost like a fanfic, so to speak, because Karkat was a real popular character, John was a popular character. I think the shippers really like, to put Karkat and John together, but they didn't actually meet face to face until relatively later on in the actual the main canon, I guess we can call it, or whatever. But they did talk a lot on the in-game or in-universe chat client or whatever, so kind of usurping the whole timetable here.
Turntech Godhead, oh. Turntech Godhead, dope I guess. Turntech Godhead, hey dude. Ectobiologist, wait. Ectobiologist, he's an alien? Ectobiologist, like, a real alien? Turntech Godhead, yeah John Jesus Christ look he's got little horns. Ectobiologist, yeah, I can see that, but, come on, aliens. Turntech Godhead, oh so this is where you draw the line. Turntech Godhead, our friend living alone on an island with nothing but her magical dog and taxidermied grandpa who she stuffed herself. Turntech Godhead, isn't where you draw it? Turntech Godhead, a teleporting fake mailman in a hoodie who just wants to be brothers isn't where you draw it? Ectobiologist, I guess you have a point. Ectobiologist, all of that stuff just feels so normal now. Turntech Godhead, so I guess in theory you could bring us to visit this alien planet. Turntech Godhead, maybe. Turntech Godhead, not that that's anything I'd actually want to do, the place is probably stank AF. Turntech Godhead, you'd never catch me in space. Turntech Godhead, space ain't the place. Turntech Godhead, oh damn write that down. You love a good Strider freestyle any day of the week, but this isn't Dave's route, so you return your focus back to, oh holy fuck where did he go? Turntech Godhead, oh yeah the little dude just scurried out the door. Turntech Godhead, probably should have mentioned that. God damn it. You just brought Karkat to Earth and you've already lost him. Some friend you are. You zap down to the ground floor of the apartment building. Nothing. You zap to the stairwell and look up. Nothing. No little alien boy with a blanket. Shit. Damn it. Remembering the time you met Dave, you zap up to the roof. You find Karkat standing silhouetted against the turgid Texas sky, shimmers of heat haze making him look strangely artificial. He's shading his eyes and staring up at the sun. Hey dude. Don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, oh. Wow. Thank you so much for the advice. I'm way too stupid to know not to look directly into a burning ball of fire. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, the pain is intense and searing, but I'm just a dumb fucking animal. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, by the way, this sun is pathetic. Well, this is another planet and another sun. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, yes, thank you. He drops his hand and turns back to you. There are still cobwebs in his hair from the crawl space. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, is this where you're from?
From?
You think so, maybe. You don't remember very much about yourself. But you seem to know much more about Earth than you do about Alternia. You don't remember very much about that place at all. Oh, except that it's called Alternia, apparently. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, this all feels, I don't know. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, wrong. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, or just really fucking weird. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, you zapped in and dragged me out of my hive to an alien planet where the sun isn't hot enough to burn. Well, it is definitely hot enough to burn. It just takes a little longer. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, shut up, I wasn't finished. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, before you showed up Solux was telling me about this game that one of his friends found. We were all supposed to play IT together, and I don't know.
So basically, Karkat and his buddies end up playing the same game that John and his buddies played, just a Alternian version of it, and then they end up meeting up in game and whatnot.
Trolling, carcinogeneticist, some stuff would have happened. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I don't know why IT feels like that matters. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, I just feel, it's hard to describe. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, flattened out. Turntech Godhead, yeah I feel you. You and Karkat both jump. Dave has ninja'd up the stairs and leaned casually against the brick wall. Shit, how long has he been standing there? And where's John? Turntech Godhead, oh he just disappeared. Wait what? Turntech Godhead, yeah it's weird this swirling void wormhole just opened up in the TV and sucked him right in. What? Turntech Godhead, LOL I'm fucking with you. Turntech Godhead, John's in the bathroom. Turntech Godhead, but I had you for a second didn't I? Turntech Godhead, absolutely sounds like something that could happen these past couple days.
And I am avoiding spoilers right here, so.
Oh yeah. Hilarious. He sure got you. Also, you're pretty sure the scene moved up here so you could talk to Karkat without Dave coming in and making all of this about him again. Dave adjusts his shades. Turntech Godhead, man that is just an extremely weird thing to say. Turntech Godhead, but yeah horny dude. Turntech Godhead, I mean. Turntech Godhead, Turntech Godhead, guy with horns. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, are you talking to me? Turntech Godhead, we were all supposed to play a game too. Turntech Godhead, together as a group or some shit. Right? Jade told you about a game. A game that was supposed to change everything. Turntech Godhead, it's that sort of shit that makes me get this feeling you know more about what's going on than you're telling us. You don't, you swear you don't. You have no idea why any of this is happening, or maybe, not happening? There's just some stuff you seem to know, but not until you absolutely have to. You're just sure that it's very important that you brought Karkat here. Trolling, carcinogeneticist, why? Trolling, carcinogeneticist, how the fuck do I have anything to do with these hornless freaks? Turntech Godhead, standing right here bro my god. Turntech Godhead, but yeah that's a pretty good point now that I think about it. Turntech Godhead, You said it's important for you to bring him here, like here specifically. Turntech Godhead, to my apartment. Yeah. Turntech Godhead, why? You aren't sure. You just have this intense feeling that it's imperative that the two of them are friends. Turntech Godhead, alright. Turntech Godhead, weird but alright. Turntech Godhead, Grey dude, you ever play any Tony Hawk?
Victory! Oh hey, it's got kind of the old style graphics, but not entirely. But whatever, let us move
Image
on
GUIs?
to Kanaya.
I have plenty of friends.
One of the best characters in the thing, I think.
You are learning more about yourself every day. For example, while you already knew that friendship was everything, you are now realizing that staying with your friends is not a priority. At least, that must be right, because you keep leaving friends and starting over again. Why are you doing this? Probably a deeply held value of some kind. That makes sense. Anyway, you're ready to meet more friends. And the only place you've seen new people recently has been on Jade's dream planet. You zap on over there. This time, something is different. It seems to be a different part of day than before, and the overhead clouds that previously served as fluffy ambient backdrop are now alive with images. Meteors striking a dark world. A planet covered in sugar mountains dotted with goofy giant teapots. A young gray-skinned alien girl running around catching frogs. These must be the clouds Jade was referencing, the ones she said could never be wrong.
Frogs are surprisingly important in the game world. Again, it gets confusing not going into it.
You can take guidance from them too. You've trusted more dubious things than clouds. You zone in on that frog girl with the short haircut and the red skirt. Time for the zappy thing.
Do the zappy thing.
It's always night on Troll Planet, at least when folks are out and about. But it's not usually this dark. You confidently head out to start exploring your surroundings, and immediately run into a wall face first. Okay. You're getting your bearings now. You've ended up in some kind of closet. You refrain from making a hackneyed joke about it. They probably don't even have that cultural metaphor here. And the noise you made elicited an answering yelp of surprise in the room outside. You hear footsteps approaching you, and then someone yanks the door open. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, hello. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, what the fuck?
Like her original theme song going on, I think. I'm not sure if they did the same for Karkat, but...
Opening the door has allowed a beam of bright sunlight to fall across your face. You feel instinctively that the light is something to avoid. You hold your hands up to shield your face, then remember that your hands are also made of skin, and whimper. The heat is doing its best to fry you. Like a vampire in a movie. You are sure that idle thought will not end up having any relevance to this troll girl's story whatsoever. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, what are you?
I want to explain all of the references going on here, but I also kind of want to just let it play out. You know what I mean? Well, they did say on the Steam page that as part of her description that she's open, close in parentheses, the LGBT community, so make of that what you will.
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, did you just wander in here or like? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, what? Something like that, you tell her, cringing away from the light. You get the feeling this girl is not gonna fall for the OL mailman gambit. Male troll. You tell her you know one of her other friends. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, who? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, wait. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, is it Karkat? Yes.
Wrong answer.
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I knew it. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, he makes friends with all kinds. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, well. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I obviously can't kick you out right now. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you don't seem to be able to handle the sun. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, so I guess you better stick around until at least nighttime. You could easily zap to nighttime. But this is giving you an in, so instead you agree. No problem, you can just hang out in this closet. It's fine. It's a lovely closet. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I know we just met but, Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you are being kind of weird. You hope it's the kind of weird that eventually becomes charming. You don't say that though, just think it. You know the barrier between your words and thoughts is ambiguous at best, but for real. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, anyway you have no obligation to skulk around in my wardrobeifying assets chamber.
Wardrobeifying assets chamber?
Trolling,
Okay.
Grim Auxiliatrix, I have a solution. Pulling the shades, maybe. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, no. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, why would I deprive my plants of life-giving sunlight for a fragile-skinned creature I've never met before? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, it is another solution. A minute later, you are dressed in a floor-length gown of emerald velvet, with long sleeves, a high neckline, and a dramatic hood to pull over your head. The dress does nothing for the heat, but it effectively shields you from sunlight. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, there you go. All swaddled up like a baby, you joke. The troll just gives you a level look. Clearly you've stumbled on a cultural misalignment. Even though she's the one who hasn't even heard of a baby, she stares at you until you start to feel embarrassed for knowing things that she doesn't know. She is very good at staring contests. What an amazing potential friend. Now out of the closet, you know now that that joke won't land either, you look around the room. It is indeed covered with plants, as well as colorful bolts of fabric and half-finished sewing projects. Unlike Rose's knitting disarray, it does not give the impression of someone who has difficulty finishing things. This troll's room gives the impression of someone who enjoys, even excels at having multiple irons in hot places. Or at least she thinks she does.
There was a kind of an ongoing joke in the comic about having too many irons in the fire. It's kind of a reference or a phrase they started using, but then they started using it too much, and it kind of got old, so they kind of referenced it but avoided it at the same time. And also see that chainsaw in the back there. That's actually a tube of lipstick. It's a kind of a carryover from one of the other comics, I think from the detective one. I'm blanking on the name of the detective comic that he did. But it's like where things glitch out in the world, so that's kind of a glitched tube of lipstick chainsaw thing, and just kind of like flips back and forth between the two. Anyway, on with it.
She seems to have just been on her computer thing when you zapped in, because her chat client is flashing insistently. You try to peer at the open window, but she hits a button and makes the projection disappear, a delicate green flush rising to her cheeks. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, no need to look at that.
I bet I know who she was talking to, too. I'm thinking it was Vriska, if I'm not mistaken.
Guiltily, you remember spying on Rose. When she called you out, you thought for a second that your chances of being her friend had run out. Like if there was a universe where you became her friend, and one where you didn't, you'd stumbled clumsily into the wrong one, the bad one if you will. But luckily everything turned out fine. Maybe you could get away with it again? Plus, this troll doesn't even know about your powers yet, not like Rose did. She would have no reason to suspect you.
Although you did kind of appear in her closet. It's kind of suspicious.
Save. Save. Close.
Save. Spy on the trolls.
Spy on the trolls' communications.
There we go. Let's take a
You
look at
excuse yourself to the, you don't know what they call it here. The necessaries. You wave your hand in a vaguely embarrassed way and the troll gets it. Out of her sight, you zap back to a few minutes ago, just outside the door to the room you're in now. You wait until you hear the thump of yourself arriving in the closet, and the troll abandoning her desk. Then you quickly zap into the room and read her current chat. Trolling, Arachnid's grip, GA,
Yep.
It just cannot escape my notice that the last 3 times you've contacted me. GA, it was to ask if I finished your dress yet. GA, under these circumstances I find it trying to believe that you want it for N8 particle 8 RREAS8N.
Yeah, and pretty early in the comic, Vriska was asking Kanaya to make her a dress for reasons.
GA, I wish you would just tell me why it's so important. AG, of course you do. AG, Fussy Fangs always has to have a reason for everything. AG, MAY8E, I just want a present from my Moirile. Did you think of that?
I completely forgot that they were Moiriles. Okay, whatever. Well, anyway, that first word there was maybe, not May 8E. Vriska has a big thing going on with, like, spider motif. So, like, all the B's are replaced with 8s and stuff like that.
AG, or are you 28USY fussing around in your FUSS8LOCK? AG, MAY8E, I'm 8EING nice? AG, or did you not think I can 8E nice sometimes? GA, I know you can be. GA, when you want. GA, sort of. GA, are we Moirales again now then? GA, yesterday you said defining our relationship was something only lame dorks would do. AG, yeah, and my Moirile is a super lame dork. AG, TH8TSU, fang face. GA, it's just that I can't help but notice that I'm your Moirile again right now. GA, when you want something from me. AG, you notice a lot, don't you? Always noticing something.
That first line was, she was like, that's you, fang face. I don't know, it kind of dinkled through the thing very easy.
AG, I 8ET you would 8E shocked to know how much you don't see. AG, you don't even know half of what I have going on. GA, if I have ever pretended to know what is going on with you. GA, please allow me to apologize. GA, for such a gross misrepresentation of my reality. AG, W8 ever. AG, can Y8 you just tell M8 if you've finished it yet? AG, H8LL8. AG, Kanaya. The log ends there. You zap back before past you is done changing into the dress, and re-enter the room. The troll Kanaya is back at her lunchbox computer, typing furiously. You have to handle this situation delicately. She can't know you were spying on her. Since you've already said that you know Karkat, you hedge your bets on all of them sharing the same friend group. You ask her carefully if she happens to know your other friend as well, Arachnid's grip. The little green flush darkens Kanaya's cheeks again. She bites her lip, showing one kinda adorable fang.
This is gonna be,
The little green flush darkens Kanaya's cheeks again. She bites her lip, showing one kinda adorable fang.
Vriska certainly has a, memorable personality, so if this guy's gonna try to fake that he knows her, he's gonna fail horribly at it.
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, yes. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I know her. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, why?
So, she and Vriska are, Moirales, which is, troll relationships are weird, so being Moirales, it's not like being, like, romantically inclined, but, like, kind of halfway there, if that makes sense. It doesn't really make sense, but whatever. They have some sort of weird troll relationship. There we go.
You are sure that helping Kanaya figure out her situation with this girl is the key to earning her friendship. A big juicy interpersonal conflict to solve has been dangled in front of you, and nothing makes friends more reliably. But then again, you don't really know anything about this other troll. You don't even know her name, just her handle. Can you really be of use to Kanaya? Especially when your knowledge of the girl is based on a foundation of lies. Is this the right way to go?
No, it is not, but
Save.
it's going to be hilarious.
Save.
Close.
Save.
Save. Offer to help her with AG.
You gesture wildly. You and this girl, whose name you do totally know, go way back. In fact, if Kanaya wants some help figuring things out with her, you could definitely help. You're an observant person, this part is true, and you want to help her, this too. Kanaya thinks this over, looking skeptical. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, what could you do to help? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, she's just impossible.
Which is true.
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, everyone knows that already. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I am not breaking new ground about Vriska here. Vriska. That must be her name.
Yep. Vriska Circuit, I believe.
Despite Kanaya's outward frustration, you keep sensing some kind of guilty affection here. You don't know what a moiral is. How could you? You've never heard that word before. But it conjures a feeling inside you. A vague sense of warmth and comfort, and for some reason, a dark room and the smell of popcorn. Anyway, it's clearly some kind of intimate relationship. And Kanaya's feelings are all wrapped up in it. You know what to do in that kind of situation. She needs to tell Vriska how she feels. You expect Kanaya to brush this off. She hasn't exactly been Miss Emotional Openness so far. And she looks like she's about to, but then she wavers. To your surprise, she lets out a heavy sigh, her shoulders slumping. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, what would be the point? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, she's not even into the relationship we have now. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, there's no way she'd want to take it in a more. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, Crimson Direction.
Yeah, so they've got like different quadrants. There's like there's like the Ashen Quadrant, the Pale Quadrant. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Crimson basically taking it in a more romantic direction.
Clearly these feelings have worn her down so much, her spiky defenses are weakened. You don't want to cheer on someone's vulnerabilities, but, well, it's hard to forge a friendship without them. You ask if she's sure about that. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, well. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, no. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I can't ever tell if she's sincere. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, she makes serious things into jokes and jokes into big dramas. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I thought she started calling me her moiral as a joke. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, but she told everyone else about it too. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, she didn't even ask me what I wanted. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, and now I don't know how to talk to her about it. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, every conversation we have gets so antagonistic. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, but I'm not interested in that quadrant with her. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, sometimes it feels like our relationship is just an aggregation of shallow and insincere hostilities. Despite the unfamiliar alien words, this teen romantic flailing is common among all species. You nod sympathetically. But, you point out, Kanaya isn't happy now. So what would she have to lose if she pressed the issue? Kanaya gives you that even, scathing gaze again. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, and what is your personal interest in my quadrants? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, Karkat's friend. Whoops. You pushed it too far. All your recent successes have made you cocky. You revert to barefaced honesty and tell her you want to get to know her better. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I have plenty of friends already. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, and I don't even like some of them. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, but I will think about your unsolicited and unwelcome advice. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, advice from a stranger whose presence you are tolerating solely to not be responsible for the death of an innocent is well known to be the best kind of advice. That's about the best you can ask for. You shut up and sit quietly while Kanaya goes back to her activities, sewing, and tending to her plants with a big chainsaw she seems to have pulled out of nowhere. Finally, she huffs a sigh and throws the chainsaw down on the floor. It disappears again, but a little gold tube rolls away from where it landed. Kanaya stalks back to her magic computer lunchbox. She is emanating such a determined air that you don't dare to address her. Maybe she's forgotten about you. If so, it's to your advantage, because Kanaya's setup projects her windows in a very visible way and she didn't tell you not to look this time. Trolling, Arachnid's Grip, Grim Auxiliatrix GA began trolling Arachnid's Grip AG. GA, you know how you basically refuse to be straightforward with me. GA, you know how you. GA, and I use this metaphor with full consciousness of its on-the-nose nature. GA, always weave a web of intricate emotional misdirection. GA, and basically act in the most infuriating way possible.
Again, with the weave a web of intricate emotional misdirection, again with the spider reference.
AG, AG, slow down. What are you talking AAOUT? GA, why did you start calling me your Moirile? GA, was it because you actually had those feelings for me? GA, or did it suit your purposes somehow? GA, what if I started calling you my mate Sprit? GA, would that make it reality? GA, is that how it works? GA, you just say things and assume they will happen like you said instead of talking about it with the other person involved.
Mate Sprit is just kind of another word for like lover, significant other, or whatever.
GA, that time I meant you in an abstract and general sense, not specifically you. AG, W8. AG, are you saying you want to 8 Sprits? GA, you know I'm one of the few of us who still likes you. GA, you know everyone wonders why I still talk to you at all. GA, and sometimes I do too. GA, after everything you've done. GA, I think in this situation the evidence for strong concupiscent feelings on my part is compelling. GA, I do not think our so-called Moyer allegiance is satisfying enough to account for my continued attachment to you. GA, any outside observer could perceive as much. AG, W8W.
I guess it's supposed to be wow or wait W? Weird.
AG, I think there was a confession somewhere 8 URIED under all that insulting language. AG, you know what, Mina Fangs. AG, let's do it. Let's 8 Sprits. GA, do not mock me. AG, I'm not.
Alright, she called her Meanie Fangs. The voice didn't really read that right, but it's
AG, geez, do you see how unfair you're 8EING? AG, Briska, 8E more straightforward. Briska, talk clearly AAOUT your feelings. Define our relationship. AG, then when I do it, this is what I get. AG, let's flip red. Why not? GA, wait. GA, really? AG, yes. Kanaya slams the lunchbox shut and turns to you. She's even more flustered than she was before, and you can't tell if she's freaked out or thrilled. Maybe even she doesn't know.
It's a nice picture right there. I think I'm gonna have to go back and use this one of a thumbnail or something like that.
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, listen. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I have to go somewhere. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you can let yourself out right. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, do not steal anything from me. You open your mouth, about to suggest that you could teleport her where she needs to go, but she rushes past you and down the stairs. Then she's gone. Dang. You've been getting really good mileage lately out of being the person to unite distant friends. Lousy goddamn stupid independent action. You get the feeling following her wouldn't go over well either. Kanaya probably needs some privacy right now. A lesser friendship aspirant might give up at this point, but your unique skills have honed in on one thing. This relationship is happening because of your advice. Surely once things settle down, Kanaya will remember this, and turn to you, ready to embrace you and rain down thanks and praise for your good works. You're not about to wait around for it here. You zap ahead a couple days.
Uh-oh. I'm guessing that it turns out horribly wrong, horribly terrible, and then she's basically about to kill him.
No Kanaya. Nothing in the room indicates that Kanaya has even been back here yet. You try a couple days more. Still no Kanaya. You zap again. Now you're a week out, and the brown edges on some of the leaves suggest that Kanaya has been at her new girlfriend's house this entire time. You're about to give up when you hear a door slam downstairs. Kanaya storms up the winding staircase, stopping dead when she sees you. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, oh great, just what I need. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, someone I don't know here in a delicate emotional time to witness my compromised state. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, whenever I am on the precipice of romantic disaster I always think to myself. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I wish a deformed stranger was in my house refusing to leave. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, just to bear witness to my inelegant suffering. Okay, wow, that was harsh. You're beginning to think your strategy is not going to pan out. Never one to be deterred easily, you cautiously ask her if she wants to talk about it. She puts her face in her hands. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you know what? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you are probably the only person who thought this was remotely a good idea. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, and therefore probably the only one I can complain to. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, everyone else saw this coming I'm sure. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, as outcomes go this one was not particularly stealthy. When she looks up, she doesn't look angry anymore. Just upset. Oh no. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I do not know why I thought that in becoming my mate Sprit she would somehow start acting differently than the way she always has. Relationships are hard. Relationships are hard and nobody understands. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, well no. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I mean. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, they are a very common form of social interaction. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I think most people especially past the age when their genetic contribution is legally required. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, understand. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, or face certain culling. Okay, never mind that. You were trying to do a thing and it clearly didn't work. So things didn't work out with Vriska? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you could say that. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, at first it was everything I wanted. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, she's right you know. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, she can be nice sometimes. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, but then she just started ordering me around.
Yeah, Vriska being emotionally abusive kind of fits with her character, so that's not too surprising.
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, like I had to do what she said just because I was her mate Sprit. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, like maybe the reason she agreed in the first place was because she wanted that leverage. You know she's upset, but she isn't getting visibly emotional. Instead, as she talks, her eyes narrow and her voice grows icy with anger. She grows very still, her muscles held taut. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, and she kept trying to use me to get back in with our friends who sensibly dropped her already. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, like Karkat and Tarazi. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, although I can't believe I still have any cash with them after so obviously taking leave of my senses enough to date her. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, even Tarazi wasn't stupid enough for that. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, it felt like. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, she just wanted me to like her so she could exploit me. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, maybe because she doesn't have enough other friends. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, so she had to get the most out of me. Her voice is trembling with anger now. Geez. That's rough. Honestly, it sounds to you like Kanaya dodged a bullet. When you first saw that Kanaya had a crush on this girl, you kind of assumed that someone as composed and rational as Kanaya would be drawn to someone who would compliment her well. But you've just watched her walk into a train wreck.
Yep.
Well, encouraged her to. It's probably good she broke up with Vriska. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, I didn't. Oh. Well. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, but you're right. She stalks over to her husk top and throws the top open so violently it nearly breaks. She opens a window and starts typing, so hard her claws hit the keys so hard that one of them pops off and flies to the ground. Trolling, Arachnid's grip, grew Auxiliatrix GA began trolling Arachnid's grip AG. GA, you know Vriska. GA, I didn't just want to date you. GA, I wanted you to feel the same things I felt and treat me like a mate sprit. GA, and whatever this is. GA, it isn't what I wanted. AG, EX8 USEMA? AG, what are you saying?
Excuse me is a better way to translate that.
But Kanaya slams the screen down and turns away. Then she puts her hands over her face again and bursts into tears. You can't help but feel a little awkward. There. Kanaya glares at you. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, you know this is your fault, right? Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, I do not think you have shown yourself to be competent enough in this area to try to fix things now. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, can you please just leave me alone? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to turn this around. Leaving probably is the best thing you can do for Kanaya now. You nod sadly, and zap the fuck out of there.
Bam! You didn't help at all. Oh, okay. So the way they are drawing her hair is kind of a little bit different than a more classic style. I kind of didn't remember off the top of my head what the classic style was like. Although the lack of a nose is kind of weird. I guess they're doing that for all of them.
Look.
No ad. Alright.
Back off. No
off.
reason, you say, just curious. Kanaya gives you a suspicious look. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, okay. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, well. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Trolling, grew Auxiliatrix, you can just while away the time until it gets dark. Sure. You watch her for a few minutes as she finishes up her conversation, and then starts working on things around her room. But having seen what you've seen, you are determined to find some way to help her. If you can't fix her interpersonal problems, maybe you can figure out something else she'd enjoy. Filled with investigative spirit, you start to gather evidence. Snoop. You start to snoop. Spying got you this far. Spying is great.
Snooping as usual, I see.
You rifle through Kanaya's bookshelf. She has a number of sewing pattern books, which you assume must have some kind of whimsically gruesome twist congruent with the rest of the world building on this planet, but pretty much just look like sewing pattern books. There is one thing on the shelf in your own language. It's not a book, but a stack of printed out pages bound together in a distinctly homemade way. It says Spurb Beta Walkthrough at the top and is covered with familiar erudite prose. You're pretty sure the events described in this document never happened in the timeline you're currently making, but maybe whatever source Kanaya got this from is not bound strictly to one timeline. There are a number of books featuring shining white figures, mostly women, with prominent fangs and variously colored blood dripping from their cruel and elegant mouths. They are all dressed in an explosion of brightly colored fabrics.
Because trolls have all the different colored blood and everything, vampires are kind of called rainbow drinkers. So that's kind of what the reference.
Something about their sparkle strikes you as deeply, strangely familiar. You must just be thinking of vampires. There's no reason you would know anything about whatever the rainbow blood imbibing troll equivalent is. Most of these covers feature a swooning troll of varying genders clearly about to have their throat torn out sexily. Many of the rainbow vampires are being menaced by brave heroes, all wielding chainsaws. A loud buzz makes you look up. You can't help but notice that Kanaya is tending to her topiaries with a large chainsaw of her own. Okay. You're putting this all together. The bright colors around her house. The choice of weapon. The love of sunlight. Kanaya's heart's desire is clearly to date a sexy vampire. Maybe that's what AG is.
Oh, that's funny.
You wonder if you could make this happen for her. Maybe on this planet, it's not just a fantasy. You clear your throat to get Kanaya's attention, and then casually wonder aloud if Alternia has any kind of non-living creatures.
Excuse me, does Alternia have any undead?
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, oh. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you mean the undead? Yes. The undead. Where might one find the undead?
Where might I find a zombie, please? Perhaps a animated skeleton?
Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, it is not difficult. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, they tromp past my hive in their hordes every day. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, slavering and so on. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, trying to get in sometimes. It's all coming together. That must be the root of Kanaya's fascination. You start to form a plan. For the next few hours, you keep a keen eye trained on the window. Sure enough, within an hour a group of strange, shambling creatures lurches into view. You yell and point out the window, drawing Kanaya's attention, and then zap yourself out there in front of the horde. Now that you're close up, you can see that these guys are not exactly the debonair creatures of the night from Kanaya's book covers. They're more like zombies, big slow stumbling things, half of them falling apart. Still, needs must. You are going to net one of them for Kanaya. You stand your ground as they lurch towards you, trying to select the most alluring. Suddenly, Kanaya is at your side, out of breath from running. She's wielding her chainsaw. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, are you actually bereft of sense? Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, you don't fight the undead. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, this is suicidal. You weren't trying to fight them. But there's no time to explain that, because they attack you anyway. A great monstrous arm backhands you to the ground, and monster claws tear through your gown and into your shoulder, lifting you by it. The creature opens a mouthful of more teeth than you thought could fit inside there. Then you're falling. You hit the ground and roll, dirt grinding into the wounds on your arm. The top half of the creature lands next to you, twitching slightly. Kanaya's chainsaw gleams with its black blood. She twirls and bisects another undead thing, but then a third bear hugs her from behind and lifts her, its maw opening wide. You scramble to your feet and throw yourself at Kanaya, grabbing her kicking leg and squeezing your eyes shut to concentrate. You zap. Please don't let the monster have come with you. You open your eyes. The monster did not come with you. Only its arms did. Kanaya shakes herself a little, free from their disembodied embrace. Blood pools on her carpet. She does something to get rid of her chainsaw, and suddenly she's holding a tube of lipstick, which she opens. She slicks a fresh coat of black onto her lips. You slowly catch your breath. You're about to offer an apology, but something makes you pause. Kanaya is staring at the pools of blood. She cautiously, guiltily, leans down and swipes a finger in the mess. Then she brings it to her mouth and delicately licks. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, BLUH. She makes a face and spits the blood out. Then she looks up at you, flushing emerald with embarrassment. Oh. You think you made a mistake.
Hello, Blue Rose.
Kanaya doesn't want to date a vampire. She wants to be a vampire. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, pretend you did not see that.
Although, I don't really know, like, for a rainbow drinker, which is, what that, like, would a black blood be, like, anti-rainbow drinkable? If you get what I mean? I don't know, whatever.
You smile cautiously. It's okay, you tell her. You're embarrassed yourself by your foolish actions. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, yes. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, why did you do that? Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, also how did you teleport? Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, we will be coming back to that one, do not mistake me. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, but I can't understand why anyone would run straight into a horde of undead. You look down. Well, it's just that when she said undead, you were picturing something else. Another kind of creature that was dead, and now isn't, and is a little more appealing. Understanding dawns. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, trolling, grim auxiliatrix, I see. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, well. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, that's understandable. Vampires are just so cool. They're so cool and hot, and it would make sense for anyone to want to be one. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, I don't know what a vampire is. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, but I believe that we are on the same page. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, maybe I misjudged you. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, perhaps you have greater intelligence and finer taste than I originally inferred. Maybe, you say. And you bet anyone with taste would find Kanaya's daring, unconventional aesthetic intriguing. Even someone like the tentacle therapist.
Dun dun dun.
Kanaya freezes. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, WH. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, how do you KN? Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, did you just? Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, I mean. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, who is that? Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, I mean She clears her throat uncomfortably. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, whoever that is. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, I hope you are right. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, and also.
So, I'm trying to think back into the comic how she would have known about the tentacle therapist. I think Rose did some writing, and maybe she read some of her writing or something. That's it. I'm not completely sure.
Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, well. She looks embarrassed again. Trolling, grim auxiliatrix, thank you for saying so. You nod, wondering if you should say more. But you should keep that friend's secrets, just like you are going to keep Kanaya's vampire fantasy secret. Because that's what friends do.
bonded for life. Alright.
Image GUI.
Let's see
Load.
what this
Load.
last one is.
Do not.
Spy on the communications.
Do not. No. Even if you don't get caught, it's just not a good way to begin a friendship. Much fairer to start on even footing. Besides, you already have an in. You ask the troll how she knows Karkat. She looks bored by this conversation starter. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, sorry but. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I was actually kind of busy when you came in. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I am not going to consign you to fiery death outside in the light but. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, I would appreciate some personal time. Sure, you say. Of course. The troll gives you a suspicious look, until you turn away enough that she can be assured of privacy. She goes right back to chatting with her friends. After a while, she gets up and starts working on a dress she's sewing. She keeps getting frustrated, ripping it out and redoing it to get it perfect. She's not being rude to you, but she's ignoring you. You attempt to engage a few more times, and she keeps answering politely, but she just refuses to be pulled into shenanigans from which a lasting friendship could form. After several hours, the sun slips below the horizon and leaves the world in twilight. The troll girl yawns. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, well. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, it should be safe for you to leave now. Trolling, Grim Auxiliatrix, goodbye. She nicely but firmly directs you out the door.
Polite goodbye. Shoo. Okay, so that is...
Image GUI /title _ not found.
Alright, that is a bit underwhelming, because I was hoping the Kanaya
Volume
would be
select.
the long one, but...
Volume 5 Route 1, people like a. Volume select, hover over. Volume select,
shut up.
self-voicing disabled.
There we go. Yeah, I really wanted hers to be the longer one, but they decided to make Karkat's, but, yeah, sure, okay, whatever. There we go. So, yeah, another 2 weeks until the next one comes out. This one was okay. I do like the Kanaya one. The Karkat one was, okay. A bit long, a bit wordy. Did get into... They haven't really been showing you any of the looses of these characters. So, don't know what's going on there. Maybe they'll have like an entire chapter just dedicated to the looses. Speaking of which, how exactly would Karkat's Lucis actually dig a hole? I think he's got like claws. Or like crab claws. Not really like digging claws. But anyway, whatever. So, till next time, later.